All right. Well, on next week's episode of Watching Paint Dry, makes you look like you really know what you're doing. Well, I'll be honest, I didn't think that was going to take all the time.
Close to fear and doubt, I stopped and turned, trying to find out.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we're working through our renovation on this 1968 Playmore Model 140. We're obviously inside of it, and we've got all our cabinets. We've got our upper one, our lower one. Haven't done the countertop yet, but that's okay, because it's time to get moving toward putting paint up in here. I never designed this planning to leave the wood exposed, so there's a lot of things that I didn't take into consideration that I would have, such as the direction of the grain, materials themselves. This was always designed with the intent that we were going to paint over it. And you know, what's most important with any of these renovations is that you do it the way you want to do it. You know, to get a really good finish on wood really takes a lot of time and a lot of planning and a lot of skill, which I could have done. You know, this is an old camper. It's got dents and dings on the sheet metal. I never planned for this to be a glorious, you know, concourse level restoration, because I ain't that fancy, quite frankly. Anyway, so today we are going to set any nails that are still sticking up, staples as well, and then we're going to do a little bit of sanding here and there. Then we're going to use caulking to fill the holes that are left and fill the seams, and then hopefully we have enough time to at least get some primer on these. Possibly by the end of the day you could be looking at a white box in here. So let's get to work.
I need you as my brightest light, even in the darkest night. I'm at an all-time low. I need you to be here tonight, addicted to your glowing light.
Okay, so to make it easier to paint everything in here, I'm going to take my door faces back off and sand them and paint them, fill them, and paint them outside.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy.
Okay, so I'm going to start by taking Alex Latex Acrylic, Alex Painter's Latex, I'm going to start by taking Alex Painter's Acrylic Latex Caulk, 25-year durability guarantee. We'll see. This is not exactly what it's intended for, but the reason why it's called Painter's Caulk is because painters use it to cover all the mistakes that the builders made when they were building things before they paint. So I'm going to cover up my mistakes with this. Like I mentioned, I'm not using wood filler because these aren't going to be stained, they're just going to be painted. So I'm just going to snip it, put it on my caulking gun, squeeze a little out, and push it into the little nail holes that are still visible, and come back with a wet rag and just wipe it away and let it dry like that.
As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond door. A bigger scale, the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents of the other.
Well, I'll be honest, I didn't think that was going to take all day. I really thought I would get some primer up. There's only one person I know in California, and I've already talked to him today. And that wasn't his number. So, anyway, like I was saying, I didn't really think that was going to take all day. I really had hoped to get some primer up on the walls before the sun went down. And I mean, it's only 4 o'clock, so I guess I could go ahead and get started on that. But first step will be masking off the floor, because I don't want to get paint on my nice new floor. And then we'll start with a trim brush, and we'll cut in and come back with a roller to finish it up. Not going to paint some of the spots like back here where it's underneath a cushion. I don't see the point in doing that. Anyway, I'm going to get a drink of water because I'm very thirsty, and I'll see what else I can get up to. Didn't think I was going to be working out here today because the forecast said it was supposed to rain. We got up today and there's no rain in the forecast. It is very cold, so I've got my little space heater here. This is one of the cheapest heaters you can buy, and FYI, it works so much better for warming up a room than like all the expensive ones. The ones that are infrared, you feel that heat right away, but they don't really do much to actually warm up your room, so I don't really like those. But these ones that have just the heating coils and the fan, those actually work. You close up a room with those in it and you'll get some heat pretty good. I'm sure it will be too warm in here in a short time. Anyway, I'm gonna let it warm up and then I'm gonna get to work. Okay, so I've cut in everywhere, all around the whole inside of the camper. What do I mean by cutting in? I mean back here where any kind of edge where you couldn't fit a roller right up against it. That's what I mean when I say cutting in. That way we've got paint all the way into all the little corners, and it's ready to go. One thing you can tell once you've put an initial coat over is that you can see any gaps where maybe you need to add a little additional caulking. So you saw me caulk a bunch of seams and all of the screw and nail holes. By caulking your seams, you give it the appearance of all of those little areas where trim or something butts into one another or something else. It looks that much more seamless and precise. So makes you look like you really know what you're doing. Anyway, I am going to take a break from this because cutting in is really boring, and I'm going to do something else. Alright, well, on next week's episode of Watching Paint Dry, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. You know, it makes it look very bright in here. I think this is going to turn out really nicely. I probably could have even put a third coat of primer on here in a few places, but oh Lord, I don't want to do that again. And I think this is sufficiently primed. So, what are we going to do next week? We're going to pick the actual paint colors, and we're going to get some actual paint in here. That'd be nice. Man, that'd be nice. I think it could happen. I think it could really happen. Stay tuned for that. So, yeah, new videos come out every Sunday. Make sure and like and subscribe, and have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Yeah. Oh, no.
Let us gather round, for it's Christmas time. A merry sound and the stars alight. Let us all rejoice when it's Christmas time, and our hope again made new. In the crowded streets calling Christmas time, the ones we meet wear their warmest smile. And from far away we hear bells that chime, stating Santa won't be late.